54-48. A Rebels run that has been led by the senior point guard, Jaden Rittenauer. She averaged 10.4 points per game last year, Brian, and she's over that average already in this one.
She is 13. Good number of which have come here in this fourth quarter and second half. She's really heated up. We mentioned earlier in the third quarter that she had a good first half. She'd make a basket. You felt like she was going to start really heating up, but she just stayed kind of level. Well, she's turned things up a notch here in the second half.
Meanwhile, it will be Colts ball as they trail by 6 out of the Coach Conklin timeout. Abby Ringdahl has it right near the half-court line. Pick coming up from Annika Thompson. Ringdahl's going to try and take it to the rack. She does, and count the basket. And one for Abby Ringdahl.
Ringdahl's gotten burned a couple times by Rittenauer on defense. She was not pleased with herself or her team going into that timeout. Took a nice drive to the lane, picked up some contact and the bucket.
Ringdahl's been good in the second half. We haven't seen nearly as much of Grace Holsey. She was the real engine for the Colts in the first half, but meanwhile, that one good for Ringdahl, 1 for 1, and completing the and one. Rittenauer blows right through the trap there. Rittenauer, this time I think maybe looking to pass the ball at some point. Last time she just dribbled it out and took a good 2. Rittenauer gets the light pick from Viger, does dish it off to Schmidt, finding its way inside to Grefsrud, and she will be fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for Allison Grefsrud. Grefsrud nearing double digits. This free throw would put her there, and she'll hope the next one does.
Wanted a friendlier roll than that. Hit it square on the top of the rim, front side, bounced straight up.
First time at the free throw line for Allison Grefsrud. The Colts have really dominated the free throw line. That one good, so 1 for 2 for the junior forward. But it hasn't really mattered, at least in terms of the scoreboard, because the Rebels lead this one by 4 with 4 to go. Good pick by Knudsen. Holsey's trying to get back on the score sheet. She rolls, sends it up, and misses the basket. Rebound going to Cameron Lewick. Trying to battle, find a teammate. She does get it to Rittenauer. Now Rittenauer's going to have to try and get it across the timeline quickly. She does. Rittenauer not looking up. There she finds Ashley Schmidt. Schmidt was there for a while, but she found her, and that's all that matters. 6 points for Ashley Schmidt. Colts trail by 6 once again with 3:35 to go. Annika Thompson on the near side looking to get it inside to Zander. She will find Zander. Zander the roll, gets her own miss. Jump ball called, staying here with the Colts.
And that bucket for the Rebels was a case of what we saw a couple times in the first half. The Colts started applying that full court press, trailing here late. They want to get a turnover, but they don't get back in position on defense in time.
So with 3:26 to go, Harmony Burns and her 4 fouls will rejoin the Rebels' effort as that one's picked off by Jaden Rittenauer. Ball sitting at her feet. She picks it up. Turnover going the Rebels' way. Rittenauer beats Knudsen to the spot and so takes it across the half-court line. Kelsey Knudsen going for the full court pressure. Now all the way in the near corner, Rittenauer does dish it off to Harmony Burns. Burns brings it across her body, looking for a bounce pass and finding nothing but the out-of-bounds line. So it goes back into Colts territory with a 6-point deficit and 3 minutes to go.
Harmony Burns really likes that bounce pass down low. That one was not as spot on as a couple of her others have been. She's been effective with it tonight.
Knudsen picks up her dribble, sends it to Annika Thompson. Thompson brings it right into the corner with Mouchet. I haven't said her name too much tonight. Still off the scoreboard is Flynn Mouchet. Rolling the baseline, going up. No whistle that time. She wanted it, but the ball will remain with the Colts going off the Rebels.
I thought that she got fouled before that contact at the rim, running the lane. I believe it was Ashley Schmidt just got a hand wrapped around Kelsey Knudsen, but no whistle.
Holsey goes for the bounce pass. A difficult one, but it's made. Knudsen corrals it, though not for long, as Grefsrud comes down with it. Jump ball this time. The Rebels take possession. Harmony Burns has it. She'll look to try and take it across the timeline versus Flynn Mouchet. She does. 2:28 to go. And with a 6-point lead, The Rebels may try to draw these possessions out, though certainly not too much as an up-tempo team. Almost a turnover there from Grefsrud. Battled, dive to the hoop, jump ball called, and that one's going to the Colts.
Coach Dahlgren is confused by that jump ball call, and I got to say I am too, Corey. It did not look like it was held for long. Getting some clarification from the official.
Maybe they both went at it for an instant and both touched the ball at the same time. And
maybe.
It's like Space Jam. They all put their hands in on the ball for just a second, and then that's that. So Ringdahl has it now. She'll push it over to Knudsen. Knudsen sends it inside over to Grace Holsey. Holsey brings it back out. The Colts looking to try and work the perimeter. Knudsen had the idea for a shot. Instead, it will be a foul on the inside. And that 7th foul on the Rebels puts the Colts in the bonus as Holsey goes to the line.
Man, that's a big deal, especially with as good as Holsey and the Colts have been from the line.
Grace Holsey has done a good chunk of her damage from the free throw line, and you saw why there as that one finds nothing but net. Grace Holsey more active in the scorer sheet in the first half than the second, but still trying to generate opportunities is the junior forward. That one goes off the back of the rim. Holsey gets her own rebound, goes up, and that one stays inside the cylinder. And so it's a three-point play for Grace Holsey and a 3-point lead for the Rebels. Rittenauer takes it across the timeline. Coach Dahlgren calls a timeout, seeing her team's lead cut in half. 3-point game here in Richland. Three-point lead. We're past the 2-minute warning here at Richland High School. As the Colts try and claw back in this one, they've been down for the majority of this game, though never by much. 6 or 7 is as large as the lead has been. And right now it's just 3 as Coach Dahlgren tries to rally her team, and they try to hold on here, Brian.
Yeah, and we'll see if they start doing what you alluded to, trying to dry out their possessions. We're not quite in a foul spot yet for the Colts. Just a 1-possession game with not a lot of time on the clock by any means, but plenty to tie this up and take the lead. This is when the chess match starts.
So Rittenauer has the ball. Worth noting, Madison Kaler on the low block for the Rebels. Grefsrud has it. Kaler rolls off the pick, sets another one. Now she's low. She calls for the ball, doesn't get it, and the Rebels will wish she had, but it's going to stay here as that one rolls out to the side. So Kaler, no fear in calling for the ball. Clapped her hands, just didn't quite get seen that time as Harmony Burns takes the inbound. Minute 30 to go. Shot clock at 30, so the Rebels can take this one all the way down to about a minute before giving the ball back to the Colts. Still just a 1-possession game. That one going up, swatted by the Colts. Running down the floor, Flynn Mouche, and it's going to be a tough call there. A carry on Mouche, looking to pass, move the tempo a little bit too much. They really wanted that shot.
No, that just cannot happen. Have to be careful dribbling that down. If you want to take it to the basket, fine, but watch your dribble. That's happened twice to the Colts tonight.
So Rittenauer has it now. Again, still a 1-possession game, so no foul coming from the Colts. Difficult pass, ball hitting the deck. That's going to be a jump ball. And luckily, if you're a Rebels fan, the possession arrow is facing your way.
Boy, was that ever a huge block before that carry was called by Kelsey Knudsen down low, just rejecting FCT.
So 20 seconds on the shot clock, 56 on the score clock, a little more than 30 seconds. Foul called there on Kelsey Knudsen, just trying to generate the steal. And that's the 6th foul on the Colts. So now in the bonus are the Rebels. Both teams in the bonus for the remainder of this game. That's 54.3 seconds. Harmony Burns has it. That one's knocked down by Knudsen. She has it. Kelsey Knudsen's going towards the rack. Knudsen, a wide open shot. She makes good. The Colts trail by just 1. That one's a steal, but out of bounds. Great reaction by Ringdahl. Just couldn't corral it. A timeout coming from Coach Brenda Dahlgren. She's got to try and rally the troops. They lead by the narrowest of margins. Well, the Rebels are the back-to-back district champs. They are projected to finish first in the district this time around. and the Richland Colts do not care. They are giving them all they can handle here in the opening game for both teams. A 1-point lead for the Rebels. Catch by Kaler right along the baseline, almost out of bounds. Good footwork to keep it alive. Rittenauer gets stolen from. Knutson has it. Ball on the ground. Shot up. Foul called. Grace Holsey's going to go to the line with a chance to give the Colts a late lead.
Wow. What aggressive play by the Colts. There was a lot of contact from both sides. Knutson got this loose. Tough ball for Holsey, but took it up and drew contact off of Madison Kaler.
Kaler's going to head to the bench. Both teams entering their subs. 32.7, a huge moment in this game. Grace Holsey has been tremendous for the Colts. And now, the most pressure-filled moment here in her young season. The first one is good. We're tied.
That is the 12th free throw that Grace Holsey has hit tonight.
Over 20 points for the junior. She has been as big as you can get. That one misses. It's rebounded by Harmony Burns. And so with 30 seconds left, the shot clock is off. The Rebels would likely hold for the final possession unless they get a quality shot. Dish inside. Turnover. Colts have it now. 20 seconds to go. They got to get it across the timeline. They do have one timeout to try and settle the ball. Stolen away by Harmony Burns. Burns goes towards the basket. She puts it up. That one's knocked away. Corralled by the Colts. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Colts way. 10.4 seconds left in a tie ball game. 57 all. Timeout coming here from the Rebels. Colts ball with just over 10 seconds left. You're not going to want to miss this finish on the Beck Broadcasting Network. It's been a close game throughout, and they don't get any closer than this. The Richland Colts fans on their feet as their girls basketball team will likely have the final possession here in regulation. Dish goes to Ringdahl. Ringdahl runs the baseline. I mean, they get her out of bounds. They did. Great trap work by Jaden Rittenauer. And just like that, 7.8 seconds left. The Rebels have a chance to sneak this one out. Gonna have to be a quick possession. Quick dish in. Rittenauer. 5 seconds left. Rittenauer dishes it off. Corralled by the Colts. They have a chance. Ball goes up. No time left on the clock. Did that one count? No, we're going to overtime. Free basketball here in Colfax. All even at 57 on the Beck Broadcasting Network.